Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel.
Hi friends.
So today we are going to explain the very first step of Canadian PR, that is CRS. And after this one, we are going to create a complete series of videos which will be a step-by-step guidance to get a Canadian PR all by yourself.
So guys, we got a Canadian PR approved in just 3 months, and we are going to explain all the steps whatever we have taken so that whenever you apply you can also get it approved as soon as possible. So guys, for that don't forget to subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon so that whenever we post our videos you should be notified and you can watch it then and there.
Right.
So let's begin with the very first step, which is, I would say, the foundation of the Canadian Express Entry for Canadian PR, which is CRS, which is Comprehensive Ranking System. It's a comprehensive ranking score basically, and which will be based on various parameters like your age, your education, your work experience, and your language abilities. And let's start.
So friends, Canadian government has developed this merit-based point system, that is CRS, to choose candidates from Express Entry pool. Total points for the CRS are 1200, and it comprises of these 4 parameters. First is skill transferability factors, which has maximum of 100 points weightage. Second is core or human capital factors, maximum weightage is 460 to 500. Third one is spouse factor, that has maximum of 40 points. And fourth one is additional factors, that is maximum of 600 points. First of all is core or human capital factors. If you're coming with your spouse and you are of 29 years of age, you will get maximum points of 100. And other factors under core or human capital factors are education, your IELTS or CELPIP or your language test, and your Canadian work experience. And the total points are 460 if you're coming with your spouse. Second is your spouse factors. Your spouse has 40 points maximum in his or her hands. 10 points are for his or her maximum degree, like highest degree, master's or PhD. 20 points are for language test for highest score possible. And 10 points are for Canadian work experience. So 40 points are in your spouse hands purely. If you're not coming with your spouse, if you decide to come without spouse, then these 40 points are in your hands now. So then you will be calculated from 500 points. And these 500 points are calculated under, again, the same parameters, but here you will get maximum of 110 points. For education, it will be 150. For language, it will be 160. And for Canadian work experience, it will be 80 points. So all 4 are here divided and increased. Next is skill transferability factors. These comprises of 2 parameters. First is your education, that has maximum points of 50, and another is your work experience out of Canada, that is in your home country. It has a huge weightage of 50 points. And other are additional points. They are different, like if you have PNP, if you already had a Canadian job in hand, and other factors. We know that maximum weightage is for 460 to 500 points under your core or human capital factors, and it comprises of these 4 parameters. So let's discuss them one by one. Now let's discuss how age impact on your CRS score. First of all, I want to tell you that age of spouse doesn't have any weightage at all. So it doesn't matter if your spouse is 30 or 35 or even 40. But your age matters a lot. If you are till 29 years of age, you will have 100 or 100 points depending upon your marital status, that is the maximum points under CRS. On your 30th birthday, you will lose 5 points and now you will have 95 points. On your next birthday, unfortunately, you will lose another 5 to 6 points depending again on your marital status if you're coming with or without your spouse. So basically, after 30, on every birthday, primary applicant only will lose 5 to 6 points, not the secondary applicant.
So friends, let's talk about the work experience. How much it contributes to your CRS if your work experience is out of Canada. So in out of Canada, your work experience is maximum counted for 3 years or more, and it gives you 25 points. So which means if you have an experience of around 10 years in any of the domains, so that will be counted as 3 or more only. Here, I just want to add a point here, which is if your spouse has any work experience which is out of Canada, so there is no weightage in the CRS. However, if the spouse has Canadian work experience of 1 year or more, there is a consideration of certain points in CRS, which is capped up to 10 points only. Now I will explain what are the NOCs. So NOCs is basically a National Occupation Classification. IRCC has bifurcated all the job profiles, all the job roles into certain types of NOCs. So the first NOC is NOC 0, which is a management job. If somebody is at a manager level or at a senior manager level, which is managing the people or managing the teams, so that comes under NOC 0. The second NOC is NOC skill type A. These are basically the professionals which need some special degrees like doctors or engineers. And the third type of knock is the skill based jobs, which is like the technical jobs which needs special diploma, special trainings, and like for example the plumbers or the electricians. And then skill type C is like all the labor intensive jobs, which is like of truck drivers, butchers, etc., cleaners, fruit pickers. All this comes under the category of C and D. So for express entry, only these three type of knocks are considered, which is knock 0, knock A, and knock B. And same applies to the points for the spouse as well. If your spouse has a work experience within Canada, within these three knocks, then only he or she is eligible to get maximum up to 10 points. However, the primary applicant can get up to 25 points if his work experience fall under these three knocks only, and that is experience out of Canada.
Friends, education impacts a lot on CRS. First of all, you need to assess your credentials from educational credential assessment bodies in Canada like WES, IQAS, ICAS. We will explain all these bodies in detail in our other videos. So please stay tuned with the channel and subscribe also so that you don't miss any information. So how education impact? Education actually impact on both human capital also and in your skill transferability factor also. Let's discuss how. Let's suppose you are a PhD holder and your wife or your husband is also a PhD. So you will get maximum points for all of these factors and your total will be 200. Now, if you are a master holder, you will get 125, and for these factors you will get 50 points, and your spouse will get 10 points, and your total will be 185 points. Now if you have 2 or more certifications, you will get 119 of maximum points, you will get 50 here, and your spouse will get 9 points here. So your total will be 178. But if you have a bachelor's degree, it hit you both sides. It hit you here also because you can check the difference even if we see like normal master's degree holder here also, and it's a huge hit here also. It directly deducts 25 points. And if your spouse is also a bachelor degree holder, so he or she will get only 8 points. So your total is 145. So basically, if you're a PhD holder and your spouse too, so you have a hit of 55 points. Now you can make a combination of whatever educational qualifications you both of you have, like let's suppose 125 here or 9 here or 8 here, whatever the combination suits both of your educational qualifications. So it's a suggestion that you must assess both of your credentials, not only for primary applicant.
So friends, language, which is IELTS, has a huge weightage in CRS. As you guys can see, so it
contributes to like 198 points in the overall CRS. So that is the kind of weightage which IELTS as a language has an impact on this overall CRS. And that's why most people like run for CLB 10 and for CLB 9, so that whatever score they want to get there to apply for Canadian PR, they should be in a position to apply for that. So here I will explain, like, the CLB 10 is basically 8.5 bands in listening, 8 bands in reading, 7.5 bands in speaking, and 7.5 bands in writing. However, the standard which is basically required is CLB 9, which is 8,777, right? So if somebody gets half band extra in listening, or 1 band extra in reading, half band in speaking and in writing, then they get 12 points extra in the human capital factor. However, in the skill transferability factors, it remains at 50, and same applies to the spouse as well. If the spouse also gets 8,777, the maximum point the spouse gets is 20 points only, right? So here is the play, guys, and it is very important. And here I have seen most of the applicants for Canadian PR getting failed when they actually stuck in one of the modules by half band or 1 band. So here is an example. Let's say if somebody has achieved 8, not 8 exactly 8,777, but is lacking by 0.5 bands in either of the modules. Let's assumably it is in writing. So here you can see that that it is going to impact on both the ends. One is on human capital, which is like the score immediately drops from 116 to 109, a drop by 7 points here. However, in the skill transferability, it impacts a lot. It immediately takes away 25 points. So there is a drop of around 33 points just because of less bands in one of the modules, which is just a half band. So this is the kind of weightage this half band has in the overall building up the CRS.
So far, we have discussed 600 points under various parameters, and other 600 points comes under additional factors that we are going to explain now. First of all, let me tell you that these are the maximum additional points. And first point is provincial nomination. If somebody has provincial nomination approved, after approval, he or she will get directly 600 points in addition to the other points like age, education, and IELTS, and your language eligibility, all those. And these 600 points will be added to your previously earned scores. Second point will be job offer from Canada. Let's suppose somebody has got a job offer, and he or she will get 200 points directly for that employment approved. Third point is Canadian study. If somebody has any kind of degree, diploma or master degree, depending upon the degree, he or she will get maximum of 15 points. It also decrease or increase by the level of education, but the maximum points are for 15. And the fourth point is sibling in Canada. If anybody has a sibling, like blood relations, in Canada already settled as PR or citizen, not on a work permit or any other visa, then he or she will get, primary applicant will get 15 additional points maximum. So let me tell you one thing, it's not like that if somebody has all these points, these all will be added in another 600 points. The maximum point limit is 600 only, okay? There is one more factor that is very, very important in future also, which is not the part of exactly the additional points, but it is the part of CRS, and that is French language test. Yes, friends, this test is very, very important in coming future, and we will explain in detail in a different video. Me and my husband both have studied French for 6 months after our ITA, just because we wanted to know this language, because French is the second language in Canada. So we will make a different video. So stay tuned with the channel and stay tuned with all our videos.
Hope you like this video, and what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button, press the bell icon, and right now go to the description box and check your CRS with the link that we have given there. See you next week. Till then, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.